cracking? You working on some shit right now?
Yeah, I've just been doing bullshit all day, like just filling my orders, and then I've been working with Max B on his shit. So we've been just trying to line up all his
Oh
drops.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. So we're trying to line up his drops till his release because he gets out November 9th. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to do like a drop every other week or something like that. So I was on the phone all day trying to figure that shit out. And yeah, it's
Man,
just
that's incredible. So are you working on like his merch and stuff?
yeah. I hit up. I've been a fan of Max B for like 20 years, and
Of course.
I hit him up over DM maybe like 6 months ago.
Hmm.
And then he told me to hit up his homie, and then I got ignored for like a couple months. And then I was in Texas with like John Monopoly and like my other like a bunch of my other homies.
Oh,
And while I was there, fucking John Monopoly, for some reason he came over. He's like, I got arrested with Max B, right? I was like, oh shit, okay. I was like, I don't know why he just told me that, but it was like super weird. And then my other friend got a call, and he's like, yo, John Monopoly wants me to help manage, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, do it. I just hit him up to help him with the merch. He's like, let's do it. And then like, so now that shit was, it's like manifest.
wow.
You know what I mean? Like weird shit.
Yeah.
It was like
Dude,
super
that's
weird.
incredible. Wow. The John Manop, like from Chicago, John Manop?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, what the fuck? That's crazy. That is
So my
crazy,
other homie,
dude.
if my other homie listens, he's gonna be mad. I don't shout him out, but so it's my friend Beef, Gregory Jones. He's done a lot of shit. I've known him for so long. I know so many people through him, but he invited me to some shit in Texas,
Mhm.
which was for some like AI school called like Alpha School or something like that. It was some weird like meeting of the minds type shit, and
Yeah.
we were just out there. It was hot as fuck, and then yeah, it was basically like a connecting thing, and yeah, we were with like John Monopoly. Beef set it all up, and then that started like
That's
now we're all like
incredible, man.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope, man. That is like, first of all, mad people are like waiting for this moment for this man to like his release. So that's gonna be that shit's about to hit like a motherfucker.
November 9th.
Yeah, man, for sure, dude. But thanks for doing this, man. I first got hip to your brand from the homie, the homie Golden Era Malcolm, the
Yeah,
skate
yeah.
collector. Yeah, and he just from being a skate collector, and I think it was one of the first I don't think you didn't release these, but like it was a sample you were working on, and it was like kind of like a Costin 2 upper, it looked
Oh
like.
yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
grab it.
and that,
I'm sure
yeah,
bro,
and
hold on,
that.
dude.
Oh shit!
Let me go
Yes.
grab it real quick. One
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
one
yeah,
second.
yeah. Oh, that's incredible. No, you didn't expect me to ask. That's
No, I did.
incredible.
I did think about this last night. I was like, I gotta have all the shoes pulled out, all this shit. I've just been running around, so my bad.
No,
So
for sure.
they're a little dusty, but yeah. So we made these samples before everyone started getting into like the reissues, and like
Mhm.
it's got like a stash tongue and shit like that,
Wow.
and like yeah. So we were working on these, and then
Damn.
they pretty much reissued the fucking costume too. So I was like, what's the point?
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, when they did, yeah, no, for sure. S
But
doing
the
all
more I look
those.
at them, I'm
That's
like, dude,
incredible. That colorway, I don't know if I saw that. I think I saw the other colorway. That colorway is crazy.
yeah, I never really like showed them up because it was like we did them, and then they Nike has nobody had the stash pocket coming back out again, so I was like, let's do that, and just that'll be our selling point, like whatever.
Yeah,
And then the Nikes came out, the Grateful Deads or whatever the fuck it was,
right.
and I was like, fucking a, I was like, whatever. It always happens, but
Dude, yeah.
and then I obviously I don't. It's hard to like get money together to do like a production run, so I've just been like trying to feeling it out, whatever. I'm like, whatever. And then the Costume Two remix came out, and I was like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers. I was like, I don't know. But the more I look at them, honestly, I'm like, I don't know. We should just do them. Just
Yeah,
come,
because they're
call it
hard as
the
fuck. And like, to be honest, if I feel like, at least from my aspect, like all the costings that that S tries to do with now currently, they just don't hit. You know what I mean? Like without him, like you're just not hitting like that.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird too because like I always see the reissues and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, and then you see them put the different soul on them and you don't think it's
It's
that big
that
of a deal.
soul, yes.
Yeah, it's like you don't think it's a big deal until you see it and you're like, fuck, I really do wish it was like an actual reissue. Like
Yeah.
they kind of do kind of fumble that shit, which is like, I mean, it's still fire. I think those costume reissues are fire. I didn't grab a pair, I should have, but
Yeah,
This
no,
shit.
it's definitely the soul that I feel like always switches up. Dude, the fact that you even got a sample made though is like so crazy. And I know I want to talk about your actual shoe that you did bring to production, but like just can you like what was the first shoe that you started working on, and like the like how did you even go about getting the production of it made? If you wow.
This one, this is like the first one
The
we
first, the
started
costing. Okay,
because
because
I started seeing all the puffy shit come back, and I was like, yo, I actually missed that shit, and nobody's doing it, and I was like, fuck it, like whatever. This is in 2019 or maybe even
damn,
2000.
yeah. Yeah.
So I was just like, like, let's do this shit, blah blah blah. And then I started looking around, and I saw a photo of somebody's sample tag, and I zoomed in, and I found the factory. I go, you know what I mean? And I just
Oh,
hit the
that's
factory.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's probably giving out game, but like that's you.
No.
People don't email for some reason. Like nobody ever tries shit. So I just
Yeah.
emailed the company. It took like a month to get a response, but they were like, "Yeah, we're down," and yeah, and then we just started going back and forth. So fucking, that's who still that factory. The one who made these samples is the ones who helped me make the new ones, like the German,
Wow. That's dope.
because
That's
they
dope.
do work with like. Dude, when I showed them this shoe, the
Mhm.
lady on the other line was like, "Oh, you want to remake the costume too? Very nice."
Oh,
Like,
so she already knew what
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. Like we worked with them back in the day, blah blah blah. I was like, "Oh, I knew you kind of had to because I found it on the sample tag, like whatever."
Yeah.
And
Oh man, that's incredible. I bet like as far as like a design aspect, once you heard that, you once you heard her response like that, you were like the weight lifted off your shoulders, like, oh, this is about to be like a little bit
yeah,
easier of
exactly.
a
It was like official. It was
process.
like, yo, she knows that it can't be no shabby shit because I've done samples for other
Exactly.
countries. Like I've had USA made ones, and they're cool. They just can't get as technical. Like they have to like,
Yeah, cause like you did like the ice cream looking one with like guns on it.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, it
Yeah,
was like a beeper, but I only saw like a super close up of that one, and that one was super crazy too. But I wasn't sure what like the details on that joint were, because that
I'm
one
listening.
is a banger.
I'm listening. I was just grabbing them.
Oh, yeah, those are crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though because I was like so pumped. This was like if anybody's actually listening, this was on some like if you go on Alibaba, the Imran potato shoes that he's coming out with right now, like the
Yeah.
Jordan bullshit ones. Those are literally like $30 wholesale like plug and play. Like you can just give them my image and they'll throw it on. This one was a little hard because I had to fight with them to make the panels like line up.
Oh, okay.
That took like literally like 6 days of going back and forth to be like, no, it doesn't match up. You have to make it match up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's literally the same manufacturer as Imran's new Jordans. Like you could look up, like if you scroll Alibaba for like an hour, maybe even like
Yeah.
10 minutes, you'll find where
Damn.
he's making his shoes. Like you can make your own fucking NWO Imrans today for $40 shipped.
That's incredible. I had no idea. See, I'm like not as like teched out with it like that. That is incredible,
Well,
dude.
that's what I'm saying. The one that Imran's doing, you don't gotta be teched out at all. You
Right? You
literally
can just
just
plug
yo,
and
I
play.
want a wrestling shoe. They might even make it like they might even mark it up for you just to get that sale.
Yeah. Oh man, man. I gotta look it. We gotta talk after this. That's
I'll send you
great.
the link. That
Yeah,
shit's
that's the first. Has that the first time you've ever shown the full silhouette?
no. We sold like 50 pairs of these.
Oh,
So,
damn. Okay, got you, got you.
yeah,
This is like
and
before I
like
was hip to the brand.
yeah, we sold like 50 pairs. It was like the shoe margin is crazy, dude. Like I wanted, my goal is to do more footwear with Peep Game, but it's so fucking expensive. So
Yeah.
it's like a hard like it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like so. But yeah, we made like 50 of those. I wish, and then the reason why I kind of stopped doing them was because some random fucking brand in LA, I don't even know the name of the brand, but Sally and Dead Homies wound up doing a shoe with them, and it looked like that. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, that's
I don't think they bit me or anything. I think it was just on some like we thought of the same shit at the same time. It was like around COVID. Everyone's probably fucking looking up nostalgic shit. You know what I mean? Like whatever. And
right.
they came out with it, and yeah, I kind of was like, I don't want to fucking. I don't know.
No, I
If
know what you
you want
mean.
to do those still, like I would like to do one with like house phone or something like that. With high rollers. I think that'd be cool. Like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that brand kind of fucked up my flow with these, where I was like, what the fuck is the point? Like,
No,
even though
no, I know what you mean for sure.
I get fucked up
du-
like that all the time.
dude, so like You are from, so you said LA, so you are from Brooklyn though, right? And then you moved out to LA after, I was listening to an interview that you had, and you said that you had moved out after Hurricane Sandy.
Oh shit, you watched the BMX, the podcast?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
was
yeah.
like intimidated. I was like, dude, this dude may make fun of me, honestly, during this podcast.
Nah, 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 nah.
No, I'm
Dude,
joking, because like you started, you were like flaming the dude over his pajamas. I was like, oh, let's go. This is my kind of dude right here.
yeah, I mean, I grew up like I said. I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm fucking. I don't want to age myself, but I'm 37 years old. So I grew up in Brooklyn, like the 90s and early 2000s, and I started
Yes.
riding. I started like riding BMX when I was like 12. So I started going into the city and hanging out in the banks, and like all my friends in school that skated for Supreme and like all that shit. So we'd go to Supreme. I didn't think Supreme was that cool. Like I didn't get it. It's I tell the kids that fuck with Peep Game now. I'm like, yo, you guys are like the early Supreme dudes. Like they don't understand why you love this shit so much. Like I'm telling you, I was
Yeah.
your friend at Supreme, like not understanding what the fuck everybody was. You know what I mean? Like so,
Yeah,
I loved
definitely.
all that shit. So I would hang out with all the skateboarders. I like all the quarter snacks dudes. Like they used to
Oh,
fucking. I used to be the only bike rider that would go around with them. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I knew all the skaters. I knew all the, and I was like 13 years old, hanging out with like all the OG street dudes. Like someone posted the Ian Reed video yesterday. That's my
Mhm.
youth. Like you know what I
Man,
mean? Like that's
culture.
yeah, that's where that's like everything. Like you know what I mean? Like we were the front lines of that shit. You know, like that.
Yep.
So that's why it's and my parents are nuts. So they talk shit to everybody. So that's also another thing. You
No,
know,
that's amazing.
yeah,
Just real New York shit.
yeah. They're Italian. Like you know what I mean? Like so.
For
Where you're from
sure.
Dayton, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm from Dayton, Ohio. Yeah, I've lived here. I lived here my whole life and born here and shit. Were you? I'm sure, like you know about it. Did like DK bikes and shit out here?
Bro, I used to, yeah. The first trip I ever took, I was 16 years old, and I pretty much ran away from home. I left my house at midnight with a garbage bag full of gear. My friend swooped me up, and we took a bus to Ohio. I think it was Cincinnati, maybe,
Bro.
but something like that. And then we did like a Midwest tour for like 3 weeks. I didn't answer my phone for 3 weeks. I would just update my sister, like, "Yo, I'm alive. I'm in St. Louis." Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
that's
whatever.
incredible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I spent a lot, and they Ohio was like very known for indoor skate parks. Like so we
Mhm.
would go out there every winter and like get into some shit. I go to Ohio with $5 and rob every gas station on. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
that's amazing.
yeah, and like the DK
Yeah.
bikes guys were always my close friends. You know what I mean? So I've known all those guys like for a long time. Like on that, actually on the way. That's funny. On the way when you said I fucking moved out of New York go to when I left during Sandy, we had an
Yeah.
English kid with us that was randomly staying at my house in Jersey, and he rode for DK Bikes. So it was the only stop we made on the way to fucking California was Dayton, Ohio. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy because and DK is like literally like right. It's always it's in Dayton, but their location is like Springboro, which is like literally the town I grew up in. So
Oh shit.
that's pretty nuts, dude.
Yeah,
That's
we went there because we were like, all right, Anthony, because the kid's name was Anthony Watson. We were like, all right, Anthony, we'll stop at fucking DK for you. Like, it's the only time you'll ever get to go to Ohio to see your sponsor, you know? It was cool. By that time, it was kind of fried out. Like, it became like a little corporate. Like, it
yeah.
was cooler, like when we were younger. But
Okay, got you.
yeah, now it's
Yeah,
kind of
because
like
I'm
the
not
old.
hip at all, like to even really BMX stuff like that in general. But I knew like that they were like a super poppin'
Oh,
like bike brand,
I
even
would
from
have
when I was a
loved to
kid.
ride for. I would have loved to ride for DK as a kid. I would have got paid. I would have got yeah. That would have been sick.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah,
Yeah, because like I never look into because like obviously I'm super hip to like all the Dayton like skateboard history with like Alien Workshop and like
yeah.
all that. But like,
But
yeah, no,
that's
that's
what I
crazy.
grew up
That's some
on.
serious history right there. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
So I grew up on skate culture before I got into BMX. Like I got into skate culture just like off rip. I bought a Trans World magazine with my grandma
Hmm.
in a fucking Florida like Sprouts. I don't know whatever something out there. And I saw the graphics on the decks, and I was like, I love this shit. And I just started watching videos. And then my mom's coworker was into like BMX and skate, so he made me a video with like mad skate and BMX videos.
Right.
And the only thing I sucked is skateboarding, and so it didn't click. And then I saw some kids at a park with the BMX bikes grinding benches and shit. And I was like, these kids look rad, like they were like derelicts, you know. So
Yeah.
I got a bike and I learned how to I grinded a hammer within like a couple months. I was like, oh yeah, fuck the skateboarding shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah,
and that explains a lot of like your brand. Like you're saying that like you kind of like the graphics was like what you kind of fell in love with off rip. I mean, really, you know
yeah,
what I mean? That explains why your brand is so. And I don't care if you mind me saying this, but like your brand is so graphic oriented. Like in the I in the sense of like just stand out, bold, fucking eye catching ass like graphics always. So that's definitely I feel like what kind of got me into like skateboarding and streetwear too is just like looking at the
yeah.
graphics and like flipping through shit and it just being
It's
eye
being the
catching like
anti.
yeah
It's like being the anti of everything. You know what I mean? Like
yeah
I got good because I was like doing all baseball shit, and the kids that I was doing baseball shit, they were like not losers, but like they didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like
right
they fucking. And then I got into BMX, and I was going all over, and I was like, nah, you guys are losers. I'm hanging out at Union Square till fucking 3 a.m. with a bunch of 21-year-olds, pros, like all. I was
yeah
like,
that
you
are
guys are
getting money yeah
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know if anybody was making money. Just the feeling of being like, nah, we're the
exactly
it felt like
no for
kids. You know what I
sure
mean? It felt like that movie Kids, like, you know. So that's like it's like the anti of everything. That's why it's like so weird that it's like the skateboard and shit's cool. I think that's why it's dying is because it became
yeah
not the anti, it became the basketball. You know what I mean? So
yeah no that's a very good point like it became the basketball that's a good point of it because it is like such a mainstream thing and then like I feel like sneakers too being that kind of like skate like I don't know how to explain it but you're definitely right like
well,
what you nailed on the
the
head
sneaker shit, I think is the anti too because like if you think about it, all the OG sneaker dudes, they all wore like preppy shit that made it streetwear. So that is
right
the anti. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we
yeah
still can go everywhere. We can still, you still see the Ralph, but remember, I got the Tims on with it. Like, you know, I'm coming different. Like, it's a whole anti thing, and no, there's no anti right now. Like, you know, everybody wants to be a part of everyone's shit. Like,
Yes,
everyone
dude.
wants to be accepted.
Exactly. Everybody. Yeah, like I tell people all the time, like, dude, when I was in high school, like when I would collect shoes and shit, and like girls would come over to my crib, and like there would be like boxes of shoes. It was almost looked at as was like gay, almost like dead ass. I'm not even kidding. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
girls would be like,
if
"Why
you
do
watch the
you
old
collect shoes?"
sneakerhead videos, there's literal girlfriends fighting with their guys, like you know what I mean, like being like you're a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Now
the
it's
anti
like,
shit.
yeah.
It's the anti
When you
shit.
moved to like Cali, did you feel like you start? So you when you moved, you started your brand in Cali, though, right?
Oh yeah, I mean we were so Peep Game. I've always made like BMX videos.
Yeah.
Like I was always the one to like. Why the fuck is he hanging out with every group? Why is he with the X Games gold medalist and then the grimiest of grimy motherfucker? Like so, I would put them all in the videos together and
Oh,
call it Peep Game and like and it would
okay.
be with like a Raw Styles P song or like something like that, you know. So it would bring all that shit together, which was basically my life, you know. Like,
Hmm.
but yeah, I would always make videos under Peep Game, and I would always tell my homie Sean that was a little bit more well off. He was younger than me, but he was making bread through like Red Bull and shit. And I
Yeah.
always be like, oh, let's just make T-shirts. Like Peep Game's the brand; it's so wearable for anybody to wear, you know. Like, and I always said that while making the videos. And then finally, we just bought like it was in like 2014. I bought a caseload of like vintage pinstripe Russell Henleys
Oh, shit.
off of eBay because I had always wanted to, because I was always helping my friends with their brands. Like my friends always had like little clothing brands and shit like that. And I was just looking for a blank pinstripe shirt for some reason. And finally I came across it. I was like, oh, this is what we're starting Peep Game with. You know, so we had like 100.
Dude, that's like that's the greatest story right there of how to start. You started your brand. That's like the real shit. Like it's just lifestyle. Like almost the lifestyle and the sport was first. The clothes were like second. You would say, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like the clothes. Anybody think about all these brands that come and go, and like, or like, dude, like people are obsessed with Cortez right now, and they're well, not obsessed. They're more confused. They're like, how the fuck? It's not. A lot of people think the designs are whack, but it's like, yo, you have no idea. Like that, those designs are whack because I'm fucking sweating it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, what the fuck? What is Clint gonna do? Like, who's he gonna hang out with
Yeah.
today? Like, you know, like
Yeah.
that's more important than the fucking clothes, you know what I mean? But like the clothes still have to
Definitely.
be fly. They still have to be fly, you know. That's where like people get it fucked up too, you know. You have to like have a good balance of that shit, like especially if you have no help, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, the branding. I think is more obviously more important than the clothing, but you have to have nice clothing because if you have a community like a you still have to like when I have the BMX shit, it's like a given, like whatever, like where they call it, they're like the supreme BMX, whatever. But then when I get around rappers, I start to have the shit and they're like, oh, your shit's actually fly. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's the
Right.
difference where it's like, I could just have some merch shit, but I try to put a little effort into my shit, like, I like getting fly, I want to be on trend, but I want it to be my shit, like,
Dude,
that's like,
yes, that makes so much sense when you say that the BMXer wants that will rock it, and he's like riding in it, and then the rapper like he looks at it and he's like, "Yo, I want to rock this shit too." Like that's when like your idea fucking like you got the right idea. You know what I mean? How I feel
And then,
like for
and
sure.
then
Like
it's a brain fuck too because some weeks I sell two things, some weeks I'll sell 200 things, So it's like a mad weird. It's like a fucked up thing where, like, dude, I'm back at zero right now because the fucking taxes got me last week. They took 10 bands from me. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I woke
yeah,
up from zero. I was screaming in my house saying "fuck, fuck."
yeah.
First time I've been up in a minute. But
10 bands. He 10 bands from the man. Damn. No, I
10
feel
bands,
you.
bro. I haven't been 10 bands up in a minute. You know what I mean? So, and then I'm telling John Monopoly and Beef, and they're like, bro, it's just 10 bands. Start working on the Max B shit. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, that's it. I love that mindset where it's like, yo, I just lost 2 bands. It's like, hey, get on the max speed. We're not even worried. Like, on to the next.
Yeah, they're like, it's
That's a
gone. Like, what are you
incredible
going to do?
mindset.
Yeah, they're like, it's gone, bro. Just keep, like, you have, like, what the fuck we talking about right now? Like, do
Yeah,
your shit. Like, so that's the thing. It's like, it's fucked up. And like, that's another thing. I meet mad kids because they see the TikTok shit and they get kid in front of the Benz with all the fake packages in front of it and all this shit. If
hmm
you're looking for a come up, if this is the method, run the method and fucking maybe showcase some real brands while you're at it too, or something like that. I don't know, but run the method, get the fuck out. Like, I've been
right.
doing this for 10 years. You see a lot of people come and go, bro. Like, and I think the longer you stay, you have to love this shit. Like like
Definitely,
I
you gotta
said, like
love it. Yeah.
I'll go sell sneakers if I have to, or whatever out of my closet if I gotta fucking fulfill. Like if I have to.
Absolutely, bro. I'm the same. I know exactly what you mean. Like I've sold mad like pair of like ice cream or something that I like a shoe or some like fly gear that I had to support the brand. Like because I just fuck with doing that harder at the end of the day. Like so, I dude for sure. Like even though
That's
you're on like a level, I know exactly what you mean, dude. Damn.
yeah, you honestly, you probably sell more merch than me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I wouldn't doubt it. Like that's what I'm saying. It's all different shit. But like, I, I don't know how to explain it. You gotta love this
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Definitely, yeah.
That's
Like, and
all.
it's a love. That's what I was telling my homie, like, who's a younger cat. I was telling him, like, I don't really feel like my brand is hit. The only reason it's been that I've able to keep it around for like 8 years is because I just love doing it. Like, that's the only reason. It's not because I make mad guap off of it. It's not because of it. Like, it's nothing. Just because I just literally can't picture myself like not having a fucking clothing brand, like making some clothes. You know what I'm saying?
No, and I go through it every day where I'm like, should I? It's been almost 11 years. Should I give up? Like we haven't hit that point. Like like whatever. But I love doing this shit, bro. I was actually gonna ask you, fucking. So you said that you had your stuff in no jumper or whatever, right? And then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so maybe I guess that's when I started hearing about your stuff. But did you live in LA for a little bit, or you were just out here? Or?
No, so I had a homie that lived out there and he like got Adam hip to my brand, and then me and Adam had like a few talks or whatever, and then at that time this was like 2017, 2018, and they were carrying brands like in store and I was just like, and it was really smaller brands he was carrying, and then they did like 2 or 3 runs of mine, and at the time he was like rocking a lot of it. Like I would see him in a lot of tees and stuff like that. This was when he was like bald, and the
Yeah,
store.
I fucking hate Adam. We have a lot of history, so it's whatever.
Yeah,
I was
okay,
just
cool. Yeah,
that.
I don't fuck with him either, but now,
Yeah,
but
he's a
like
piece of
at
shit.
the time, I
So
like.
Peep Game, if you look up old Peep Game promos, the first two Peep Game promos are on the no jumper. Like it's the first no jumper videos. You know what I mean? Like
Okay, damn. See, I
yeah,
knew because like I had got to kick it with Chris Long and homie Phil, and I'd never met House Film, but I like had known of him too and shit. But yeah, no, and that's my only time in LA, and then first time in LA. Then my second time I did Complexcon, actually, where I was way out of my element. I had driven I
You had a booth?
2019. Yeah, yeah, it was super out of my element, bro. Yeah, I was
Yo.
like,
So how
yeah,
much did you
so
pay for the booth?
dude, it was like
10
six
bands?
bands.
6 bands?
Yeah, it was
Damn.
nuts,
You
bro.
making
It
money
was
back?
nuts. Hell no, dude. It was not only did we not get it back, but like it was such a crazy experience. Like I had to drive out there because like I had so much stuff, and like so we drove out there, and like I had been going to some complex cons before then on some like fandom shit. So like and just like having fun and getting seeing other brands that I like. So I don't know, I just got in my head and I was like, I gotta have a booth here. Like and I don't know why I felt like I was up to that at the
No,
time.
that's the
So the
whole
booth,
marketing of it. That's how they get everybody to flop. So that's why
right?
I asked
Yeah,
because
right.
I feel like people should know that shit. Like this is great that this is on here. Honestly, you should clip that because
Yeah,
kids get their fucking email where it's like $1 million fucking dollars spent in a day, blah blah blah. And, you know, like you get that whole promo package because I went to ComplexCon a couple of years ago and I gave out 400 shirts in the line
oh
outside of
shit.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had like the graphic was everything else sold out at ComplexCon, and that was just the shirt, like whatever, like um and we went crazy. Like the director of ComplexCon actually came out and got one and then posted it. And I was like, what the fuck?
incredible.
But so I'm like, whatever, cool, mission accomplished. Then this
Yeah,
year I got a random email asking me to come to ComplexCon like a week, 2 weeks before ComplexCon. And so I'm like, bro, they gotta be gifting me this shit, right? Like there's no way they're asking me for some bread right now. So I fucking hit him back. I forget what I say, but he don't answer me. So now I'm like, I didn't ask for I think I just told him like, yo, it's 2 weeks away. Like if we got to get on it, we got to get on it right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I came up with a whole concept in my head, like all this shit. I was ready. I was ready to do it. And he emailed me. I never emailed Complexcon in my fucking life. I never reached out to
Yeah,
nobody. Um, I get the email and then I email him back saying, "Oh, it's kind of short notice, but I'm kind of interested. Let me know the details." Doesn't answer me for like 2 days, and then hits me up. He's like, "Yo, we got booked up. You're on the wait list for next year now." I said, I didn't even email him back or something. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" But then I at
yeah,
least I saw the fucking thing that they send, the pitch deck. I'm like, "Yo, they are bullshitting so many fucking kids right now. They're
yes,
telling them a dream. Like, you
yep,
gotta go crazy on that shit, bro.
yeah,
Like, think about like even somebody like me. Like people, they would probably be like, "Yo, you're gonna make 20 bands, like whatever." It's like, bro, I'd rather spend like if you're gonna spend 6K, I'd rather go on a trip and fucking market, or at least you'd rather go hit up email somebody and be like, yo, I got a $2,500 budget. Yo, help me promote my shit for a month. You will fucking get way
right.
more bread. You can hit up the best artists in the world. You can hit up fucking I don't know who you want. You hit up Ken Carson and say you got 5 bands. He's gonna do something for you.
Yeah, or I could just make like not that, and like I just think about all the shit that I could have made, like the clothing I could have made. Like I don't ever remember like pushing myself enough to make five. Like this is gonna sound maybe kind of bitch babe, but like I never remember pushing myself enough to make have like 6 bands in hand, like enough that much in like the point where it's like okay here. But like when it came to Complex Con, I just was like, "Yo, we're selling this, we're putting this out, da, da, da," and I just made it happen. But you're so right. Like it was built off of like this fake ass fucking thing they send you, dude. That's like, and I got tricked because
It
I don't
makes you
know.
feel like you're almost dumb if you don't do it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. You're like, dude, this is like an opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah, man. That's
And then
you're what you're
you
saying
think
is so
Hellstar is gonna
correct.
come up to your booth. You think Hellstar is gonna come up to your booth and be like, "Let's collab," and like people just stream all this shit. Like I don't know. I saw the
Right.
LRG X round two fucking booth. It was dead the one year. I was like, damn, bro, who the fuck is paying for all this shit? Like,
Oh yeah, this shit is dead. That's what I'm saying. There would be mad times where we would like there would
you gotta
be
have a
popping
Nike
times.
collab lined up to make some bread.
Yeah, oh for sure. For sure. So yeah, no, that's a great like thing to just know like and for other people to hear like that is just
Now
Not
that's
that
good that
you
you said
said
that.
it.
That's good that you said that you got the bread, that you had to spend that bread, because when I got that email, I looked everywhere to see if anybody talked about the price. You know what I mean? Just to see what the fuck this guy was gonna hit me with. There was
Yeah,
nothing on YouTube, nothing on Reddit. Everybody's trying to hide it. It's like, bro, what the
right,
fuck you hiding? Like, they ain't gonna
right,
ask you to come back. You shouldn't
right.
even want to come back. You fly.
Oh, I definitely was never asked to come back too. That was the other thing. No, like for sure, for sure. Like, and
Something
it
with
was
you,
definitely like,
you would have to do like something. You would have to have like fucking 15 grand to do something, because you would need a wrestling rink as your booth and have people wrestling the whole time. Maybe even have like
oh,
a wrestler versus a fan or something like that. And then hopefully the merch sells. But it's not even about selling the merch; it's about making an impact. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
dude. You know what's so crazy is there's this guy out in LA, Jimmy Iovine, his son Jamie Iovine, right?
okay,
He like he hold on, this is like my he would like he was the one that was kind of like showing me. Well, then literally, I book my thing, book my everything. Well, how much more of a bad like luck I had in this situation. Chalk line books a booth literally a week after mine and books Kevin fucking Nash and Scott Hall. Literally, they're a row over from me, bro. A row over from me books Scott Hall and Kevin Nash for a fucking free meet and greet. It was over with, bro. Over with. Right. How crazy is that? How crazy is chalk
it's
line?
all
Like,
it's almost like Complexcon is working with the big brands to smush the smaller brands to get them out. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
absolutely, dude.
it's a whole pyramid scheme to get us out of here, bro.
Yeah, man. Damn, bro. That's
You
crazy.
get in your feelings after the complex con, and you're like, fuck this brand shit, I didn't sell anything, and then that's it, it's over for you. You take your little 40 grand a year that you were taking, and now it goes to a wake, you know.
Right, and that
You
exactly.
just
And
figured
like
it out.
my homies, we traveled across the country. Now we're mad at each other. Like, not at the time, like we're fighting, da da da. Like, fucking crazy. But yeah, that's fucked up, dude. But
What were y'all fighting about?
no, just like
Just
the
eat out each
fact,
other's
like
throats.
yeah, just like you just get like in a realm of like I'm driving across country with my homies in my Honda Element, and this is the first time I've ever driven across country. So we're driving from Ohio to Cali, and like and when you go back and you're not, it didn't go as you it went well as you go. Like, here's the other thing, it'll go well on a social level but not on a selling level, you know what I mean? Like,
But
I'll
the
see
social
good
level is
friends
almost
and
fake.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck cares if fucking somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, cool booth," like blah blah, like
Right. Like, did he wear it? Did he buy it? Did I sell shit? Like, yeah, bro.
it's all so bullshit. Like, everything's so bullshit. Like, I could expose mad shit right now, but like it's just yeah. I'm glad you got to say it, because like I said, I was looking everywhere for an answer, and nobody
Yeah.
wants to tell me what their experience is like. It's all positive shit, and it's like, damn, I know fucking at least half of y'all fail at these things, because I walk past
Yeah.
your booth, I don't even grab a sticker. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like I
Yeah.
like, I think
Like you
Complex Con.
said, dude, it was just real budget wise. And then you just have this feeling where like you see these big brand activations, and then you start to get the feeling in your head like, am I even supposed to be up in here? Like, this doesn't even really feel me like smaller brand. When I would first go to that stuff, it would be smaller brands. Like, with the first couple years, it was like my homies would have booths, and I would see them have successful things, and I feel like just by the time I hit it, it was just too late. It was just corporated out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the Complex Con after like the second one became all about the resale shit. The first
Yes.
one, the first one I remember going into it. I went with all the kids that ride with me, the younger kids. We all went to this event on Fairfax, and we don't really go to events, but we knew. I forget why we even went. It was some rocket shit or whatever. You know that brand Rocket?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, yes, dude. Yeah. Are they still around?
I don't think so. But
Keep
so
going, though. My bad. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. Fucking. So they had some basketball slash skate thing going on, but I think we went because we knew they were going to give away Complex Con tickets, and I knew, because I had been going to agendas, ASRs my whole life. Like, I know Aaron
Yeah.
Levant. Aaron Levant used to send me green apple tree T-shirts when I was a rider. Like, you know what I mean? Like, straight up.
Right.
Like, so fucking. So I was like, oh, we should go.
I'm just plugging this in. Keep going. My bad. I'm just plugging this in. Keep going.
So fucking. So we went to this event knowing like, yo, we should get these tickets. So we went, we got signed up, we got the bands, and all of us went to the first Complexcon. It was awesome. It was like literally like it was the first thing where because it wasn't hyped up, it was like actually the community. So like
Yes.
YMH was going around saying "fuck Supreme," like you know what I mean. Like I got clips of him saying "fuck Supreme" and shit. Like it's mad
Oh
funny. Like,
man.
but it was mad. It was like and it was all like yachty based. I remember taking photos in the boat, like you know what I mean, like shit like that. Like it
Yes.
was mad chill. Like, and then the year after that, I remember it being a little bit like, all right, it's getting a little bit more upscale. And then the year after that, I was like, oh, it's fried. That was the year that they tore down the undefeated booth and all that shit. Remember when they were faking it?
Yes. With for those.
You
Yeah.
make fucking $120. You know what I mean? It's like, bro,
Yep.
you should have just sold your ComplexCon VIP band, then you would have made the
Right.
100. But but yeah, no, ComplexCon, I don't know. It is what it is. It's a cool thing because it does get people because we're you know that term that Virgil did the purists versus tourists. We're the purists,
Yes.
and all the tourists get to experience a little bit of our subcultures now. You know what I mean? And
No,
it's
that's a great way to explain it. And I'm glad that you said that about Virgil because I fuck with Virgil hard. I don't know what the BMX culture feels about him, but I
no,
definitely rock
I
with
never
Virgil.
got to meet him or anything like that. I never. He's always doing cool shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so, and like that term, purist versus tourist. It might have took me 2 months to understand it, but I was like, damn, he's talking about us. Like that's cool. Like
Yeah.
I was like, it's dope. You know, I use it. I use it not all the time, but like in a situation like that with the ComplexCon, the tourists are now buying the tickets and going in and being like, "Oh, this is the cool shit." And if it doesn't have
Yeah.
a line, it's not getting. They're not buying it. It has to have a line for you to fucking for them to buy into the shit. You know what I mean?
Right. That
So
was
that's why,
never how I was never how it was, bro. Ever. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
you're
Well,
the same
you
way.
don't
Like
want to look like it. Sorry, I keep
exactly. I
cutting you
never
off.
wanted to look like when I love sneakers, like for example, I saw the sample of the Costin Air Max 95, right? Fire shoe. But I
It's crazy
know
that
by the
he's not the promo for it.
right, and by the time that shoe comes out, like there'll be everybody will be rocking it at the same time or got it in the mail at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just like, dude, it just like when I see shoes that I like, or like even that Yachty Air Force One, like I love that, but like when I see it 100 times on 100 different people, like I'm just like, this is not. I don't fuck with this, or it takes it away from me. So I never wanted that either. One
I
thing I wanted to ask you about that was like super that just am I'm kind of in the position in my brand is was there like a time in your brand where you were like you went from printing on the t-shirts printing on blanks to all right now I'm on my cut and sew like I'm on my big boy kind of vibe shit is at least it feels that way to me.
it's like the so my everybody that asks me for help, I gotta kind of explain to them that my brand's a little different, like
Hmm.
in a sense where like how I found the sample tag for the shoes. Like I'm always just looking into doors and like all that shit. Like I spent like years just literally seeing an open door in the fashion district, walking in and going, "Hey, what do you guys do? Oh,
Incredible.
can you know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
can I do this? How do I do this?" And that was literally how I did it. Like I literally because the way I started my brand, I was helping my friends with a couple of companies, right? They have clothing companies and BMX companies. So I want to do 100 shirts after the striped shirt, and
Hmm.
I was like, "Yo, can I use one of you guys' wholesale accounts to order blanks?" Because we had been doing that, and they're like, and all of them kind of left me on red, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like it's 100 blanks? Like what's it?" And they gave me the excuse like about taxes and shit, and I was like, "Taxes on 100 blanks? Like what are you talking about?" I was like,
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I kind of it was an excuse to try to stop me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
basically because they know how I'm crazy. So they were like, "Oh fuck! If he starts making shirts, I'm not gonna be able to sell shirts anymore."
Yeah.
So I had heard about the fashion district in LA. So I went down there and I fucking brought like $200 or whatever, $300, and I got shirts. And I was like, "Oh, bet this is easy." Like fucking. So I
Yeah.
just I started figuring out the fashion district. You know what I mean? I started bringing people fucking beers when they do my embroidery. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
so I just did. I was always doing footwork, but my shit was garbage. I would to the point like the first couple of years, the cut and sew shit would be like finding piping and fucking trimming the shorts and putting piping on it, which I will fuck with here and there because if it looks cool, it
Yeah.
looks cool. But like that was my like introductory of like getting like finding the vintage ribbon to go on this and like that was really like I love finding like old fabrics and shit like that. Like I search
Yeah.
I know like the guy that's gonna fucking die in 10 years because he's been selling fabric his whole life. Like I go and talk to these people. Like I brought Sean Witherspoon to a vintage spot fucking 7, 8 years ago. He blew it out. I brought Jerry Lorenzo. Jerry Lorenzo made his first shoe off of me bringing him to the spot because it was they had a box of LA gears and I saw the sample and I was like, yo, you need to get these LA gears that I have to
Yeah.
make sure it's like exact. And he fucking came. He bought the whole box, and that guy's dead now. The guy that owned that vintage spot. There's no more. He's gone. He's dead. But
Wow.
the whole time, and the way I got into that was because I found striped shirts hanging up in his downstairs, and I kept making him go get. Hey, can you go get 6 pieces? And he'd have to go up in the attic, and he'd be walking around forever. And he'd take forever, and I'm like, yo, how about you just tell me where the fuck it is upstairs? He's like, oh, you want to see up in the attic? And I went in the attic. I was like, what the fuck? There's Levi pipes. I found hella dead stock that hasn't been touched in years. So I was rebranding a lot of that shit for fucking a whole 2 years, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, what the fuck? I love stories like that.
you know
That's
what's crazy?
incredible.
You know what's crazy? So I'm not smart. I'm trying to make it seem like it's brilliant, like like I did this from scratch, whatever. And I'm putting
Yeah.
the tags on, and I'm thinking I'm genius. Which, whatever, I did make a decent amount of money off it, but fucking Sean Witherspoon takes pleasures there. They get a bunch of the striped shirts I'm using, right? Check this out. They fucking put the tags in it, recycled. Genius, saving the earth. I was like, you fucking genius. I was like,
Just the word. Yeah, that's his whole thing. Yeah. Damn.
I was like,
That's
damn, this is the difference.
crazy.
I was like, this is the difference of being smart and smarter. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was
Right.
crazy to me. I was like, damn, this is the difference of me being one versus fucking seven. You know, because I do everything by myself.
Man. That's insane, dude. And that's okay. Quick. What you said right there. You said you do everything yourself. Is that kind of just how you are? Because I'm that same way too. Like, is that kind of just how you are as a person? Like, you just like to just like my brand. As far as me, like my friends know, like that my brand is like my shit. It's what I do myself. Like I don't like. I'm not trying to. Obviously, I don't draw, but like obviously, when it comes to the inner workings, like it's all me. Is that how you kind of are with your shit?
Kind of, and no, like that last shoot. I mean, I just literally am not in a position to hire anybody, or you know what I
Right.
mean. And like the kids who like kind of want to help, you can't get them to work like you. You know what I mean. So then you just get
Yeah.
frustrated, and you're like, and you just wind up doing like the kid that helps you like film. He just literally he's just pointing the camera, getting it on the hard drive, and making sure that I have it. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like so I don't
Yeah.
fucking lose, and then I have to do everything of like being so like I'm just not in that position. Like I would love some help, but like really how the fuck am I gonna do that yet? You know, like it
Mhm.
maybe if somebody's invested like their own time and they're like, yo, give me 10% of the company and I'll be sales or whatever. I don't know. But there needs to be like I just am not in that position. It's been
I
like
got
even
you.
when I was with, I saw Zach. I went to his the giveaway thing for he did something for back to no not back to school. I don't know. It was a couple months ago, but
Mhm.
I was talking to him and he was like, "Yo, who the fuck helps you with Peep Game?" And I was like, "It's me." He's like, "That's crazy." He's like, "For
Yeah,
real?
it really
That's
is.
ridiculous." I was like, I just can't. You know what I mean? Like maybe if I fucking could help Zach and he could give me a salary, maybe I could give that to somebody to help me with Peep Game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm just not in that position right now. Like I said, I
No,
just
okay. So it's more of a just like utility util thing. I feel you cuz like
utility and
me, I have a hard time delegating anything, not that I'm anywhere near, but like I do too. Like the only really person I have that helps me with my brand is my caregiver, and he just helps with like shipping. But I'm pretty small now. But
really.
no, like back to the cut and sew thing with what you were saying. It's almost like you just found that out by just like living life, like basically, like that's
That's
what's
how I
pretty
learned.
much it. Yeah,
That's how I learned everything. So like when I was like 13 years old, I was making like blog spots, and I made like my favorite pro's first website for his merch when I was 13 years old. You know what I mean? Like you just have to. And
man.
I was editing videos since then. Like you know what I mean? Like I actually have to. I have to fucking post a promo right now. It's 6 o'clock.
Oh,
But
my
fuck.
bad. Yeah, no, no,
No,
my
I
bad.
don't.
Yeah,
No, I don't give a shit. This is dope. I think because I wanted to ask you questions anyway.
yeah,
But yeah, the cut and sew shit is just like life. Like dude, in BMX, like everyone used to be like, "How the fuck are you on? How do you ride for New Era?" Well, I
yeah,
sent 17 emails and I found out who the marketing manager was, and Brad finally emailed me back and he said, "Pull up," and I pulled up and I showed face. Like I
yeah.
rode for LRG for fucking like 10 years, bro. Like
That was one thing I was gonna ask. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to finish on that about the LRG, about riding for LRG for 10 fucking years. that also was that did that teach you? I mean, you were about to say it. I didn't mean to cut you off, but is that what you like say like did basically writing for LRG? I feel like probably opened you up a lot to knowing a lot about this shit too.
Not really like knowing. Maybe like when it comes down to like if I ever had to do like seasons and like all that type of shit. Because I remember them being so prepped up. Like I used to pick my holiday shit a year in advance. You know, like whatever. But
Oh, that's another thing I can't imagine a brand like I
yeah, that's
couldn't
what I'm saying.
imagine.
It's like that's like not even where I'm at. That's like on some Rockaware type shit. Like maybe if we
Mm.
start like a fucking I don't know whatever. But
Yeah,
LRG kind of made me realize what the fuck did I realize? It made me realize like when I would go to events, I would see all the kids that had my bike, like the same style bike. They were wearing LRG shirts because I loved LRG and I was wearing it so much. And I was like, damn, there's 20 of these motherfuckers at each stop. Not saying that LRG wasn't popping anyway, but I
yeah,
know for a fact they were wearing it. So I would go up to them and be like, nice shirt. You know what I mean? And I was like, holy.
yeah,
And that's when I like, I mean, LRG kind of faded out anyway, but that's when I would always even walk into the LRG office with like my own varsity jacket of Deadline. Like, you know what I mean? I would do it
yeah.
on some like, well, maybe they'll give me more gear today, like whatever. It could, you know, like whatever. But I was always like, knowing like all right we could sell at least fucking a couple hundred shirts and then yeah I just kind of started with there was a brand called like a crew our crew was called Deadline and like
Mhm.
we made a DVD that did really well we won like awards and shit like that and I was always pressed to do the merch and when we did the merch we sold like a decent amount and I was like oh not like a ton but like it was moving I was like damn this should all be Peep Game
Right.
like you know like whatever
Yeah, no, that's
like all
dope,
that type
man.
of shit
Yeah. No,
give me
man,
one
but yeah, I feel like just like living life in general, like just has got you like to the just your brand. It just works so well. It just you be like you said, man, just you emailed 17 times and then Brad and then or the story going downtown in the fashion district and walking up the stairs, like all that shit. I feel
Well, it
like
all comes from people not putting you on. Like I
yeah,
could like imagine me asking Nigel to get me on New Era. It could never happen. Like a night
right.
like nobody wants to give that up. And I've always been the one like if I gotta fucking connect, I'm gonna give it to someone. I don't care because I've always felt the other end. Like even I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw any of the videos I did with that wholesale brand downtown in LA, Sky Sportswear. But I did a whole YouTube series of like interviewing people and like giving out spots and like all the Sky Sportswear they didn't understand. They're like, why are you giving out all these spots on our YouTube? I'm like, because it's gonna bring people to us. I promise you. Like,
Yeah.
and people were they were like, yo, I learned this, but I'm gonna get my T-shirts at Sky Sportswear. Oh, this interview, like there's a bunch of videos like. Give me what? Sorry, I gotta let my cat in the room.
Yeah, no, do your thing, do your thing. No, no. Yeah, no, that's like just living life and figuring out brand like that's how you do it, man.
It's
and
Peep Game. You got
showing face is still so important in this
oh
era.
yeah.
People don't realize that at all, bro.
And sometimes showing face will do me dirty because I'm such a yapper that like I'll fuck it up. Like it is what it is at this point. I was supposed to work with the Metro LA, like to do a bunch of shit, and I went to like a grand opening, and like I haven't got an email back. Like you know,
Oh
what I mean?
man.
I'm like all right, whatever, dude. Like
No, hey, dude, it's all about being yourself no matter what, bro. I feel like
exactly.
that's definitely what it's about.
I have a lot of passion. I yap. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's and like that's kind of the brand name, Peep Game. So like I said, I found the sample tag on the shoes. I was like, what
Yeah,
the fuck is this? Boom, boom, boom.
yeah.
So at least try to email, you know. But yeah,
Now we
that
got it. Now we got a goddamn pro model in this bitch.
yeah. I mean, I want to do another. I want to do a chunky shoe with
Yeah.
Malcolm Golden Era. Like I would love to call it the Golden Era. You know, like and
Oh,
just like
that would be sick.
and then I
Just
could
real
do like
quick
color.
before I get how what was your like experience with the last shoe? Obviously you dropped a shoe that was a pro model for an actual rider. It was a I mean it was so dope. Came out with a shirt, Frico Rico shirt, epic. So I just wanted to make sure everyone checks that out at the end of this because that shoe is just so fire to me, and the fact that you even made a shoe for an actual rider is fucking sick.
Yeah, I mean that like I said, I'm kind of like a little bit older than all the guys that have been coming up for forever, and they grew up on the Deadline video and stuff, and they know me and they trust me. So that kid Devin, I did the shoe with, he has a completely different style than me. Like I didn't want to come out with like a simple like he likes like Last Resort and bands and all that type of shit, you know.
Hmm.
And but I hit him up. He got kicked off of Etnies randomly. And
Oh,
I hit
that's
him up. I
cool.
was like, let's just do a shoe. Like, like I'll give you royalties, whatever. I had bigger plans than what we did, but so I was like, he was like, yeah, let's do it. And it took a long time because, like I said, I'm not funded. So, if I have to do things, it kind of took a long time. But so I hit him up, and he showed me the design. And like I said, it wasn't really like my thing. So I added some like detailing that would make it more my style with like the circle, like the spirals and the doming and all that shit. That made like the Last Resort style kind of look techie, which it,
Yeah,
like. So we made it, and yeah, it did well. We sold a decent amount. We still have some shoes if anybody wants to buy them.
for
I have like
sure. And I love how that came together. Like it was. That's how it should have went. Like a little bit of you, a little bit of him, all
yeah.
together, making it a one thing. So that's dope,
He
bro.
just
But
he just got like second and third at the last two X Games, like the last like month.
yeah,
Like
I saw you post the video of him rocking them in the X Games. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah. He did
fire.
it. I mean, he's the only one, literally like the only person in BMX that has like dude, like look at this box, yo. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
man.
nobody. This was made so like that when if like zoomies grabbed them, they
Hmm.
would they wouldn't miss him. Like so like
Yeah.
he's the only one in bike riding that has anything like this. You know what I mean? Like
Straight
like
branded out box, like yeah,
yeah.
that's what I loved about it, dude. You went above and beyond.
Well, it's supposed to be special. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
special, like where it's like I don't know. Like I said, like I could have been like the designer and be like, no, we need more of a fucking. Which I did tell him. I
right.
was like, by the time these come out, you're gonna want a puffy shoe, and that's what wound up happening. That's what wound up
That is
happening.
true.
He's like,
Yeah, that is true.
I want a cup. So I was like, yo, by the time these come out, you're gonna want a little bit of a chunkier shoe. That's where it's all going. And
Yeah,
yeah, whatever. It's cool. Like I said, we made a statement. I think we made a statement. Like I think the video
absolutely.
came out awesome. Like he killed it. Like he filmed all that shit in the promo in one fucking day. Like after getting stitches a week prior. Like kid's phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I would have presented them to Zoomies, but we're gonna just do these and call it a day. That's it.
dope,
Yeah,
dope.
it's cool. And then, like I
That's
said,
what's
I
up.
would love to do a golden era, like chunkier style shoe. Call it the golden era, and then give like not heroes. What do they call them? Like the older pros that people still love, like the legends, like in
Yeah, like a
BMX.
legacy. Yeah,
Yeah, like legends, like older BMX riders that had a shoe when I was a kid, and give them a colorway of the golden era. You know what I mean? I think that's
yes.
really cool. Like,
No, that would make a lot of sense, and he's a good dude, so that would be really cool. That would be
oh
really
yeah, me
cool,
and
bro.
Malcolm, we talk all the time about like I've been yelling at him like, dude, I got text messages from last week from him because he's like, I'm a draw, but then we kind of came up with a model. We just have to get samples.
Oh, dope, dude. I love he needs to go hard with the back like when he was going hard with the review videos, like back when oh dang, dude, that looks like kinda oh man.
So he wants to do something like this. It's kind of like
So
a
many I see like
must.
three different things going
Exactly.
on. Like it reminds me of so much. That's amazing. And is
Yeah.
that the eyeball in the back?
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
his
that's
like.
hard.
That's just Malcolm's mock-up. But I think we could do that. I think, dude,
Yeah.
if we sold these as Zoomies, I think people would fucking buy these for $100.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Definitely. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Well, bro, I'm gonna let you go. Well, thank you so much for like being my guest and shit on this and talking to me. I appreciate it. It was fun. I
Yeah,
was hella nervous to ask you, but you were like, nah, fuck it, let's do it.
I
So
feel
I
like we
feel
didn't even
like
cover anything. But at least we got some of the complex con shit.
oh hell yeah, dude! No, we did. No, we got a little hour in. That shit is perfect, bro. And I was
Okay.
able to ask you what I would like. That's the thing. Like I knew it was gonna be on some natural shit, not like some like ask this da 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 da. Like so, and I'm still testing out like how to have people on and shit like that. So I
Yeah.
really think this went really good. So, bro, I really appreciate you, bro.
Well, I was gonna say, fucking, that was the one thing when I was watching the other day. You have like a radio host voice, like you know
Mhm.
how to do naturally, and you're super
Yeah,
connected with people. Like you're tapped in. Like I've seen you like fucking repost like brigade stuff and stuff like that. Like you
yeah,
should talk to that kid. Like his shit's
yeah.
blowing up. His stuff's really fucking nice. Like you're friends with like a lot of niche people that I feel like would be so easy for you to bring on and like. Oh, back to the radio host shit. you should cover like streetwear topics, like you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
get to the point where like Stay Grounded posts your take, you know what I mean, like shit like
Yeah.
that. Like you're mad easy to listen to. Like if I throw on the podcast while I'm like working, it sounds like a
Yeah.
radio show. So I'd rather just
Oh,
be hearing
thank you.
about the stuff that you know what I mean. Like I
Yeah.
think your shit could go really well, man, for real. And I
Yo,
appreciate you.
thank you, bro. Thank you, because like that's another thing that we were talking about last night. I'm like, yeah, like you were telling me like that too. Is like I want to have like you were the perfect guest because you're like that niche dude that has this brand that I like and that I'm interested in too. So I'm able to just naturally talk. So like you said, there's so many people like the Brigade Cat, the so many other people like within sneakers that I love. So yeah, for sure, that's the goal.
Bring fucking heavy set on and to ask him what the fucking state of DC is. We're all confused, you know, like.
And we're all very confused.
Yeah, we're
That's
all
a fact.
confused, bro. Like, how? Tell him to send me some pink fucking shoes, dude. What the fuck? I got all these DCs. I can't get a fucking pair of shoes from DC. This is crazy,
That's what
dude.
I'm
Like,
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the Dayton legacy, man. I shouldn't even have to ask for the box, bro. But
yeah,
for
this
sure.
shit had me cracking. But yeah, I think you should just and clip more shit. Just fucking flood the reels. Fuck it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just flood the reels, dude. Your shit will do good. You have a lot of connections and you're easy to talk to and easy to listen to. So I really, like I
Thank
said,
you,
I really
brother.
appreciate you having me on. Thank you. I'm sorry I've been sweating. It's mad high miles. I try to put on the BMX jersey.
No, I
Fucking
love it, bro. I love it, bro. I will. I'll hit you up more when I get this edited and things like that. But thank you so much, man.
no, thank you. Have a great
All right,
night,
bro.
yo.
Peace.
Peace.